My mother, she is a stress eater. I do think she uses food as a source of comfort, but it's just never occurred to me to have a problem with it because when we're anxious.
Karen knows she's addicted to food. She's not in denial about that, but knowing doesn't stop her from doing it anyway. Every day she sits in the same chair, eating meal after meal because she physically can't do anything else. The weight keeps piling on, and her mobility gets worse. The less she moves, the more she eats. It's a cruel cycle, and Karen is sinking deeper by the day.
I started self-harming, binging, and then throwing up. I remember the first time I did it, it was by accident that I did it, and then I realized it was something that helped, so I just kept doing it.
Karen understands exactly what's happening to her. She can describe the cycle of food, depression, and immobility like she's reading from a textbook, but that knowledge hasn't helped her escape it. She admits she can't break it on her own, yet still refuses to travel to Houston. Instead, she agrees to speak with Dr. Now on a video call, but even that feels like a halfway commitment. She wants help, but only on her own terms.
I don't even know what it is. I just know I couldn't do it. I became agoraphobic a couple years ago. I started going out less and less, and then it got to the point where I just stopped going out at all.
From Dr. Now's perspective, this is all red flags. She says she's serious, but her actions say otherwise. Not traveling, not following the plan, not making real progress. It all adds up to one thing. She's not ready. She wants change without discomfort, results without effort, and that's not how this works. Dr. Now has seen this kind of attitude too many times to believe it'll magically shift.
And things like that will do it. So who buys the chip and cupcake?
I do, because I'll order it, because I'm the one that orders the groceries for delivery.
You understand, your weight is related to what you eat.
Karen keeps nodding like everything Dr. Now is saying is old news. She acts like she's got it all figured out, yet her body says the exact opposite. She weighs over 620 pounds. If it were that obvious, she wouldn't be in this condition. Dr. Now gives her a clear goal: lose 50 pounds through diet. It's not a suggestion, it's a test. And whether she passes or fails will tell him everything he needs to know.
Hi Karen, how you doing?
Hi, Dr. Now. I'm okay. Just struggling a little bit.
I gathered that since you missed your appointment and didn't respond to our call for past few weeks.
When Karen claims she's lost even more weight, she says it like it's a badge of honor. But the truth is, she hasn't lost much at all. Her numbers barely moved. It's clear she didn't follow the eating plan. Maybe she thinks a few skipped meals count as a lifestyle change. Dr. Now sees right through it. It's not about what she says. It's about what the scale says.
Working on it, I've been following the plan, the eating plan, and I've been exercising every day. So I'm just hoping that by continuing to do that, I'll have the courage to go and
Karen boldly claims she's lost 100 pounds, but let's be honest, she doesn't look like someone who's dropped that much. Her face, her arms, her body, nothing reflects that number. Dr. Now doesn't even flinch. He knows a lie when he hears one, and this one's not even convincing. It's just more stalling, more stories, more wasting his time.
Sometimes people lose 6-7 pounds, they convince themselves they lost a lot of weight, but I don't think you have lost 100 pounds.
Dr. Now, I promise I'm doing everything you told me to do, and I'm losing a lot of weight.
At this point, Karen is just talking in circles. One excuse rolls into another and another and another. She insists she's doing the work, but can't explain how. It's all vague promises and empty reassurances. She's hoping if she talks enough, Dr. Now will just let it slide. But he's not buying it, not for a second.
Do everything that you are giving for me to do, as long as you keep working with me and helping me get to the point where I'm comfortable leaving the house again.
So Dr. Now puts a simple plan in place. He'll send someone to weigh her himself. No more guessing, no more stories, just facts. Karen agrees, maybe thinking she can fake her way through it or buy more time. But the scale doesn't care about excuses. It tells the truth, no matter how ugly it is.
Yeah, you can just, yeah.
You can just put the bag
on the bed, yeah.
Hi. So we'll go ahead and do the weight first, okay? Do the blood pressure later. Let's do that. 604.
Karen suddenly gets confident. She tells the camera she's not only going to meet Dr. Now's goal, she's going to beat it. She says she feels better, stronger, more determined. But we've heard this song before. Now, 2 months later, she's finally on the way to get weighed. This is it. No more talking. The numbers will say everything.
Coming up to the part where I turned around the other day, so actually it's kind of hard to focus right now.
Or just speed past it.
Oh, now there comes the knots. My stomach is in knots.
And just like that, Karen drops out. She didn't hit the goal. She didn't even come close. The big talk, the promises, the false confidence, it all collapsed. She couldn't stick with it, couldn't stay focused, couldn't take responsibility. Sometimes people fight for their lives and win. Other times, they just give up. Karen gave up.
Getting out of bed for me is very painful. From my back to my leg is just pain that I can't even describe. And every day it gets harder to move and harder to breathe.
Renee is basically living in hell. If she didn't have help from her children, she would have died a long time ago. They bathe her, clean her, and carry the weight of her life, literally. But food, she doesn't need help with that. No matter how bad things are, Renee always finds a way to reach food. That's the only thing she has complete control over, and it's slowly killing her.
The only thing I'm thinking about is how good each bite tastes and when can I get another one. I think my portions are small, but I'm pretty sure with the size of my body, you can tell that they're not as small as I trick my mind into thinking.
She's not wrong. People only get to this size by eating so much that their stomachs actually stretch and grow. It's not just overeating, it's a medical emergency. The only way to fix this is with gastric bypass surgery. Renee knows this and believes Doctor. Now is her only shot at life. But before she even gets to Houston, she ends up in a hospital bed. Something scary happens, and it shakes her up.
I heard you were not feeling well after that long car ride.
Just sitting in the car too long, my body just wore out.
All right, so you got short of breath and had some crisis, huh?
Dr. Now doesn't need to ask too many questions. He can already see the signs. Her children, out of love, pity, or fear, are the ones enabling her addiction. If they stopped feeding her or refused to help, Renee wouldn't be in this condition. He's seen it so many times before. Families often think they're helping, but really, they're doing just enough to keep their loved one dying slowly.
And so they're the ones that, get me food and bring me food.
So you created a dynamic at home where you manipulate your family to help to kill you.
Dr. Now says it plainly. Giving someone food just to make them happy is no different from giving them drugs. You wouldn't give your kids heroin just because it brings them joy. So why is junk food any different when it's clearly killing her? That kind of logic doesn't fly with Doctor. Now he sends Renee home with a strict order. Lose more weight or she won't get the surgery. It's that simple.
All right, let's see what that number says. 583. You lost 48 pounds, so that's great.
I'm getting dizzy.
I think you can see you still need to get up and do your exercises.
Dr. Now notices that Renee has made a bit of progress, but it's not enough. She still struggles with mobility, and her emotional dependence on food is far from resolved. He urges her to get even more support from her family. Real support, not enabling. She has to prove she's serious. It's not just about a number on a scale, it's about changing her entire relationship with food and movement. Can she keep it up?
Over the past 2 months, the physical therapy we sent to you, you turned them away. And we only down to 575. 4 pounds a month is far from the progress you should have made.
Unfortunately, Renee didn't lose the weight. Instead, she closed herself off, hid in her apartment, and ignored all the help Dr. Now tried to give her. The excuses came pouring in, and the results dried up. Dr. Now has had enough. Now it's all or nothing. If she doesn't turn this around immediately, she's off the program. Her life hangs in the balance, and she's the only one who can save it.
The good part is I'm still losing weight.
No, that's the bad part because you only lost 8 pounds again. That seems to be your 2-month limit on your own. So what's the other bad part then?
Renee tells Dr. Now that the diet made her feel malnourished, but she's still over 500 pounds. That doesn't even make sense. To Dr. Now, it sounds like just another excuse, a bad one. He gives her one final opportunity to prove she can stick to the plan. It's her last shot, and even the people closest to her are starting to lose faith. This is the moment that will define her story.
I just wish I had more time. But I know Dr. Now is worried that I'm not going to last much longer if I don't start doing what I need. So I have to use the time I have. So I need to be below 441 today.
Against the odds, Renee pulls through. She loses the weight, meets the target, and finally qualifies for weight loss surgery. She can hardly believe it. After so many failures, setbacks, and dramatic moments, she's finally on her way to a healthier life. The real work is just beginning. But for now, Renee has something she hasn't had in a long time: hope.
My life is so exhausting. It hurts. I'm stuck in this bed and I'm helpless. I can't go anywhere. I can't walk.
Lisa feels like she's already dead, just waiting for her body to catch up. Every day is the same. Wake up, eat, and wait for the end. That's what her life has become. And the worst part? Her daughter has to care for her, feed her, clean her, wipe her down like a nurse. Lisa says she feels guilty, but nothing changes. She still lies there, eating through the shame, hoping not to get another infection. It's not life, it's slow motion collapse.
Help me.
You got it?
I got it. Oh! My grandson don't even get a chance to be a kid because he's so busy catering to me.
Lisa knows what she has to do. The fat has to go. That's the only way she survives. But even that might be too late, because her body is already rotting. Literally, maggots have started feeding on her skin. That's not an insult, that's a fact. She's being eaten alive, and still, she can't stop eating.
And when Danielle pulled open the folds of my skin, she found little maggots on there. So now she has to check my leg every day, and I can't believe it got so bad.
You'd think that would scare her straight, but no. After getting cleaned, painfully, slowly, she goes right back to what she loves: food. It's all she looks forward to, all she thinks about. Her breakfasts are massive, full of sugar, grease, and salt. She eats like she's celebrating something, even when she knows it's killing her.
If I don't bring her what she asks for or something similar, she'll just order it herself or call someone else.
Mama, you ready to eat?
Yes.
And if my mom doesn't get her way,
Everything about her life is humiliating now. She can't move, can't clean herself, can't live like a person. She's entirely dependent. The only hope she has is to get to Houston and see Dr. Now. But even that is a battle. Just getting her into the vehicle is like moving furniture. And the journey? It's torture for everyone involved.
Lord, please, Jesus, don't let these people drop me.
Just a little bit.
Lisa seems to be in a lot of pain and is clearly not happy about her situation.
Dr. Now has seen some dramatic patients, but Lisa sets off alarm bells fast. Still, he gives her the benefit of the doubt. Barely. He lays out the truth in plain language. If she doesn't lose weight, she will die. No sugarcoating, no sympathy, just facts. Lisa says she understands. But does she really?
So, okay, you are at 704. That's very high. You thought you were at 642 when we talked, so you're a good bit off. And my concern is that if you stuck to the diet I sent you,
Lisa's in pain, constant, crushing pain. But instead of being serious, she's already claiming she followed the diet, with no real proof. Dr. Now is skeptical, and even her daughter seems tired of the same stories, the same lies. The weight, the excuses, the denial, it's all too familiar. Dr. Now has seen it all.
I'm very frustrated because I thought she was doing better. So I'm worried that the doctor can't help my mom, and at this point, if he can't help her, I don't know what we're gonna do, because this is our last chance. This is her last chance.
Now that Lisa's been cut off from her enablers, you'd think she'd start making progress. But there's still that question. Does she even want to change? No one's sneaking her food anymore. She is now alone. It's all up to her now. Will she finally make the hard choices or just keep playing games?
I've been trying to stick to the diet the best I can, but the doctor asked me to lose 20 to 30 pounds by this visit. And I'm hoping the doctor will tell me.
Instead of losing 30 pounds like Dr. Now asked, Lisa gained 30 pounds. She's still overeating, still lying, still throwing out excuse after excuse. Dr. Now gives her one more chance, just one. But it's obvious her heart's not in it. She talks like she wants help, but eats like she's given up. Which is it?
Listen, you can control yourself and your eating habit. The reality is you don't want to. And this is all just a performance to manipulate me.
This is not a performance. I'm telling you the truth.
By the end, Dr. Now's patience is gone. Lisa lost nothing, not a single pound. She didn't try, didn't change, didn't care. So he takes her off the program. He gave her every chance to turn her life around. But sometimes, people don't want to be saved. They love where they are. And Lisa was one of them.
I need help with just about everything.
My wife has to take care of me and clean me because I can't do it by myself. It's humiliating.
A relationship's supposed to be about giving and taking.
Chad understands the emotional damage his condition has caused his wife and children. He can't walk, can't use the bathroom on his own, and feels like a prisoner in his own body. Every day is a struggle, and the guilt is crushing. Watching his kids and partner suffer makes it worse. But the big question is, how did he even allow himself to get this heavy in the first place?
By the time I graduated school, I was pushing 400 pounds.
Then I got a job driving trucks.
And that's when my weight really took a turn for the worse. For 11, 12, 13 hours a day, all you do is hold the steering wheel and grab your chips.
According to Chad, it's a mix of working long hours, not exercising, and always grabbing fast food. Those are his excuses, and maybe there's some truth to them. But Dr. Now has heard these stories before, and he's not impressed. At some point, the excuses have to stop, and action has to begin. Will Chad be able to finally take that step toward responsibility and make a real change?
701.
My mind's just totally blank when I saw it. Hope it's not too late. Hope I'm not too far gone.
Dr. Now sees the problem clearly. Chad sulks and lashes out when his wife Aisha doesn't give him food. Over time, this manipulation has turned his whole family into enablers. Aisha doesn't want to keep feeding him, but Chad's guilt trips make it emotionally exhausting to say no. This isn't just addiction, it's emotional blackmail disguised as need. And now the entire household is suffering under his weight.
The whole family into enablers. If they don't feed you, they have to deal with it. Chad is close to his breaking point. He needs surgery, but I'm not sure he's ready for it.
Dr. Now lays it out plainly. Chad is over 700 pounds and knocking on death's door. Nobody can make the decision for him. He has to want to live. Dr. Now gives him 1 month to prove he can control his eating and lose weight. This is the make or break moment. If Chad doesn't change now, he may never get another chance. It all comes down to what he chooses next.
The doc said I had to lose 40 pounds to get down to 660, and I'm about to find out if I did it.
It's been so long since I've actually accomplished something. It's still a sad number.
Chad stepped up. He lost enough weight to get approved for gastric bypass surgery, and he's shown he can stick to the post-surgery regimen. But getting the surgery is only the beginning of a very long journey. The hard work isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. Now we'll get to see how the surgery goes, and whether Chad can stay committed without the structure of the hospital setting.
I think Chad is going to do very well. He needs to stay motivated as he recovers to keep moving in the right direction. The surgery will help him with that.
Take care and have a good day, sir.
Back home after surgery, Chad has to stay on track without constant supervision. It's one of the hardest parts of the journey, because now the temptation to fall back into bad habits is everywhere. But amazingly, he continues losing weight. He sticks to his new eating plan, avoids binging, and proves that he's serious about change. This is the discipline doctor now needs to see, and Chad delivers.
I still want to eat things. It's hard to be around all this food and not have it.
Give me one?
I don't want one, honey. I know you don't want one because you can't have one.
I get to go back to eating solid food in a couple of weeks.
Chad keeps going strong. He's now under 600 pounds, a huge drop from his starting point of 701. It's a massive accomplishment, both physically and emotionally. For the first time in a long time, he can look ahead to a future where he's not trapped by his body. The changes are obvious. Better movement, more energy, and a more hopeful attitude. His hard work is finally paying off in full.
Jojo, you wanna go swing?
To be acting with him again, even just a little bit, makes everything I'm doing worth it. I spent so long missing out with him.
Ready?
I don't want to miss out on him anymore.
Just when things seem to be going well, Chad starts vomiting up most of what he eats. He's worried something might be seriously wrong, so he heads back to Houston for a check-in with Dr. Now. It's scary, but important. Post-surgery complications can be serious, and this could jeopardize his progress. The big question now is whether this is a routine bump or something far more dangerous.
I haven't told the doc I'm having trouble yet. I'm just hoping something really serious isn't the cause. I'm losing a lot of weight, but I know something's wrong at this point. I'm gonna go back. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Thankfully, the problem wasn't as serious as it could have been. Dr. Now discovers some swelling in Chad's stomach, but it's manageable. With some medication and diet adjustments, the issue is resolved. Chad is back on track, eating properly, keeping his food down, and continuing to shed the pounds. His body is healing, and his motivation is still strong. This is the kind of resilience that leads to real transformation.
This is my life. I've been bedridden for years.
And I have these 4 walls to look at, and that's it. I know it's gonna be the same thing every single day. It feels as though my life is wasting away.
Liz feels like she's just wasting away, not from starvation, but from the slow decay of a life that no longer feels like living. She lies in bed day after day, completely dependent, doing nothing but eating. She doesn't bathe herself. She doesn't move. Her only real function now is to consume food. Even her caretaker breaks down in tears just from the pain of cleaning her body. And still, Liz keeps eating. That's the tragedy. Even at rock bottom, she refuses to stop.
When I should be there for her. And I know if my family finds me dead in this bed one morning, that's going to be too much for my mom to handle, and she's going to die too.
Liz knows she needs something to hold on to, a reason to keep living. Right now, she says that reason is her mother, the one person she doesn't want to disappoint. But is that enough? Words are easy. What matters now is action. The first step is getting to Dr. Now in Houston, but considering Liz can barely sit up, let alone travel, the big question is, how is she even going to make it there?
My mom needs me right now. My mom is sickly. So I just hope and pray Dr. Nazarnan just approves me. Thank you. I'm nervous to see Dr. Nazarnan. I'm excited, but then I'm nervous.
Somehow, Liz has convinced herself that she's only this big because she can't move, not because of the amount of food she's eating every day, but because she can't walk. It's backwards logic, blaming the symptom, not the cause. But Dr. Now sees right through that. She didn't get to 700 pounds lying down. She got there fork first.
It don't make me, it's the choice. I know that it's the choices that I made.
Okay, so from this point, we're gonna have to make those changes. And if you're not able to make those changes, then there'll be nothing we can do to help you.
For Dr. Now, the solution is simple. Liz has to break this toxic cycle, now. If she doesn't, it'll never happen. He's seen this exact pattern before. Patients clinging to their excuses, blaming everything but themselves, waiting for a miracle. But there are no miracles here, just hard choices. And now we wait to see if Liz makes the right one at her next appointment.
All right, Liz, you're 575. Excellent. So you essentially lost 146 pounds.
It's not just miraculous, a miraculous thing, but it's a start.
She's finally under 600 pounds, which means, technically, she should be able to stand. But because Liz has been bedridden for years, walking again feels impossible. Her muscles are weak, her balance is gone. Still, Dr. Now believes that if she starts moving, the weight will fall off even faster. She pushes through, loses more, and earns approval for lymphedema surgery to remove the massive growth on her leg.
So if she wants a real shot at a normal life, she needs to have this done.
Once we remove this mass, she should be 20 to 30 pounds lighter.
The surgery goes well, one big step forward, but that's not the end of the road. Liz still needs to show she can walk, lose more weight, and take care of herself without falling back into old habits. Surgery was the easy part. Now the real test begins. Will she keep going, or will she give up?
50 pounds off in the first month by giving you a diet that was healthy. You go home, you gain weight. Pretty soon, you're gonna be back to 721 pounds.
And just like that, all the progress starts to unravel. Liz goes home and immediately begins gaining weight again. All the momentum, all the effort, gone. It's like she just gave up. She doesn't want to do it. No matter what Dr. Now says, she refuses to change. He's running out of patience and she's running out of time. One more shot, that's it.
She worked with the diet and we have her back down to 448. So her weight loss is in the right track again. The question is whether she's willing to stand today.
But Liz surprises everyone. She pulls it together just enough to lose weight and finally stand on her own 2 feet. It's not dramatic, it's not a miracle, but it's real. And for Dr. Now, that's enough. He approves her for weight loss surgery. After everything, the setbacks, the false starts, Liz finally has a shot at a new life.
When I first wake up and get out of bed, every single part of me hurts. It can be excruciating at times. The ankle pain, the back pain, the knee pain, but legs and feet are the worst.
Crystal knows her weight is holding her back. She can't sit comfortably, can't walk for long, can't do normal, everyday things. She feels trapped inside her own body. And yet, even with all that suffering, she still runs right back to food. It's like a reflex. It's the only thing she trusts. But her husband sees it clearly. The food is destroying her life, and he's tired of watching it happen while standing on the sidelines.
Crystal and I have been married for almost 2 years. Best decision of my life. Crystal is an amazing, strong, hardworking woman. Even despite the fact she has to deal with all the pain.
If Crystal wants to make it to 40, she's going to have to stop pouring love into every dish like it's a lifeline. She cooks massive meals, packed with calories, and serves them with pride. But what she's really doing is feeding her addiction. Dr. Now is her wake-up call, the first real chance to make a change, but only if she stops romanticizing food and starts prioritizing survival.
I was 620 pounds the last time I was weighed, and I've been working hard the past few weeks to get under 600 pounds.
Even though Crystal has lost some weight, Dr. Now doesn't let up. He reminds her that she's still in a dangerous place. She might be doing better, but better isn't the same as safe. There is a long way to go. She still has a long way to go, and if she gets too comfortable now, it could all come crashing down.
You know what you're doing wrong.
I do.
So what are you willing to do to change that?
Revise my health plan. I need to do portion control, and I need to choose better options.
Dr. Now doesn't sugarcoat it. He's seen it all before. Patients coming in full of confidence, talking like they've already won. But if they really knew what to do, they wouldn't be tipping the scale at over 600 pounds. Crystal isn't an exception. This is where talk ends and reality starts. She needs to take the bull by the horns.
Not necessarily a calorie-deficient diet.
So tell me, do you have any enabler in your house?
Yes. I do. Everyone. My whole family loves food. My husband, no. He doesn't live to eat.
One reason Crystal might have lost some weight already is simple. She's the one doing all the cooking. That's more physical effort than most people in her position. That alone isn't enough. Dr. Now gives her a target: lose more weight before the next appointment. The challenge now is whether she can push herself even harder.
I'm at Dr. Now's, ready to find out if I made it to my goal or not. I was supposed to lose 60 pounds by today, and if I did that, I'll be down to 532.
Dr. Now sees some progress. Crystal is moving in the right direction, but he makes it clear it's not enough. If she wants that surgery, she has to earn it. She needs to do more, a lot more. The question is, does Crystal believe she can pull it off? Does she have inner strength? That's what we're about to find out.
At my last appointment 2 months ago, I was at 548. The number I'm expecting to see on the scale has got to be lower than 518, and I'm confident that it will.
It took time, effort, and a lot of setbacks, but Crystal finally did the work. She stuck with it and reached the goal. Now, she's getting the surgery, the first real step toward getting her life back. But the surgery is just one part of the journey. It is only the beginning of a lifelong battle against fat. Let's see how it goes.
Crystal's surgery went very well. We were able to remove about 85% of her stomach. And with this operation, she's going to be able to continue to lose weight.
Crystal hit the number. She crossed that huge milestone. But it's not over. The cravings are still there, waiting. If she slips, she could fall back hard. Dr. Now will be watching closely at her next appointment to see if she's staying the course or starting to slide back into old habits. Because if she does, it won't be long before she is here again.
I was at 459 last month, and the doc says I need to be losing 20 pounds a month to stay on track. So that means I need to be down 439 pounds today. And I really hope all the work I've been doing is working for me.
Just a year ago, Crystal was spiraling toward an early death. She couldn't even picture a future. Now she's talking about skin surgery, something she never thought she'd live long enough to need. It's a massive turnaround. Proof that, with the right mindset and commitment, things really can change.